This is a work in progress. Bigger style production. Hi, everybody. I also wanted to test out how this would broadcast, so. This is a whole different world with headphones on. Trust me on that. Thank you. Thanks, Kaz. Thank you. Okay, hang on here a second. Back over here. If you're new to looking at what this is a DAW. It's Logic, and every one of these bars that you see here of color is a separate track, and all of these tracks work together. Of course, if you're a musician, you're thinking to yourself, yeah, I know that already. But if you're one of some of the folks that don't look at this kind of stuff on a regular basis, like this is a specific kind of piano that I've created for this track. Just this one track that's illuminated here on the left-hand side. Well, my head's in the way. Let me move my head out of the way. Oops. There we go. So this is one individual track. When you see that circle highlight up, that's what I'm pointing out to you. And then this is the controls for this piano. And what I've done is detuned the piano. When I solo that out, It's a little bit like a hypnotic thing. But when I add everything else back in, this is in the earlier phase. I've got more work to do on this track. Just getting everything in position. See, mixing will make this more hypnotically interesting. This is real raw. Thank you, everybody. Appreciate you. Robin, this is a piece of music that's currently in production. Hi, Sharon. I'm just soloing out instruments that are inside there. Not too bad considering I haven't done any advanced mixing on this project yet. I've just done basic production mixing to get everything into place. Everything's working together pretty well. I have to start mixing and getting this track ready to get out the door. Just want to listen to something here for a second. submixes. So I haven't really written a bass part in there yet. That's why you're missing it. I'm keeping the bass out of the way for the moment. I have some bass that comes in definitely here for a little further out the road. I might drop a little something in there just to give it a little something, you know what I mean? Good night, Robin. Nice to see you. Appreciate you all. Thank you so much. Thanks for hanging out with me for a little sneak peek tonight. This is going to be a style of music that's going to be included into my content. How long have I been digitally composing music? Since Commodore 64. Forever. When digital first happened. I'm 50 years old and I'm Gen X. So back when I started doing this when I was a kid, we had 8-bit. So to answer your question, quite a long time. Thanks, Lisa. I hope you're doing better today, Lisa. I was thinking about you. You have to send me a message and let me know how you doing. You're very much in my thoughts. I love sharing my process. So, yeah. This is what I do. I create sound worlds. This track's actually 9 minutes long. But, when you sit and you listen to it with headphones, it's a completely different experience. Trust me on that. Plus, I'm going to be... I love when you come up and make the popping sound. But it's going to be mixed in Atmos. So there'll be Atmos. And also I'm going to use a technique that's called 8D. So it's a little... 8D can get a little bit gimmicky, but I think for this particular track it will be interesting to... this is something when you wear headphones, the music sounds like it's coming from everywhere. This is a mixing technique that mixes it into surround so you feel completely immersed in what's happening, like you're floating through space. So I'm going to start doing that tomorrow. I'm going to export these tracks, and then whatever changes I make from here on are not going to be all that major. Once a track gets as robust as this one is, pinning around with little moves and things like that gets a little bit redundant, and it reaches the points of diminishing returns once the purpose of the track has been fully established. It's kind of important to let it be. Let it be and get it out. Hey, Jace, love your content. Sandy, I appreciate your vibes. Thank you. This style is really cool to compose. I've only ever done choral compositions. So that's cool, Andy. Very cool. Just checking to make sure I follow you. So, yeah. I'm going to move this stuff into the mix mode and the master mode. I mean, this has almost no plugins on the chain. I mean, almost nothing. And I, you know, do this on purpose this way because I work very hard to get a core sound established. Hey there, Michael Calico. How you doing? To get a core sound established before I even start thinking about mixing. I literally... On this track, I've got basically a garden variety limiter and just a overall reverb I'm using, just a bright plate reverb to try to move things into a mindset of seeing what it'll sound like when those effects are added. But all these tracks will be very carefully gone over with EQ and everything. So that part of this thing, I'm probably going to start doing that tomorrow. It won't take me long. I've learned to move very fast because actually when I move with speed, I move better. When, I spend only a half hour on a mix pass, whatever else, I make decisions. I make firm decisions about things. After a while, you start to realize that there's not really right or a wrong way to do these things and make these decisions. Is basically, it's about purpose. What is the track trying to say? What is the music trying to speak of? What is the scene? What is the imagined scenario that's taking place that I can pin this to, or that it speaks of, so that I can revolve around the purpose instead of trying to constantly sit down and shift things around. I mean, when you look at this thing globally, I mean, some of these are empty tracks, so they don't count. Those were things I was going to do or just needed some space. I would say this thing's probably about, I don't know, 70 tracks, maybe 60, 70 tracks. So can't really use these track numbers as an accurate representation because there's empty tracks in there. So, all right, everybody. Well, I'm going to go to Betty Bye. I think this test works. Wanted to see if I could get this on the vertical smartphone screen, get my computer screen to react this way so that you can see the full screen. I've actually got a vertical monitor right here. That's the monitor right there. It's kind of hard to see from this phone. So, have a good night, everybody. Thanks for stopping by, Andy. I appreciate you. Loving life. It was cool that you hung out and shared your ideas. I appreciate that. Dobby, thanks for being here. Sandy M. Sharon, you have a wonderful evening. Lisa, thanks for stopping by. Everybody have a great night. Have a good night's sleep. I'll be on tomorrow night at 6 p.m. for Golden Hour, so come see me then. Bye-bye.